it is here. It is here, new for 2018. Accountability Thursday is in Groovecast Nation. Hello there, Groovecasters. Phil here. Happy New Year to all. This is technically our first new episode of 2018. We've been doing a couple of best ofs over the past couple of weeks on our traditional Mondays. So this Thursday, January the 4th, we are starting our new segment of Accountability Thursday where we practice together. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start out this brand new episode, this brand new segment with a solo from the NARD solo book. And it is, appropriately enough, called Smitty's Delight. Now, this is one of the shorter and relatively easier solos in the book. It's primarily just traditional, good old-fashioned rudimental solo drumming. About the only thing that I want to bring to your attention in this solo is watch out at the beginning of the second half. There is a 15-stroke roll that is played over a dotted quarter note or a beat and a half worth of time. Now, you're probably going to yourself, oh my gosh, that's normally where we'd play a 13-stroke roll, and you would be correct whenever you say that. However, there's just a couple little eccentricities in rudimental drumming, and that 15-stroke roll over a dotted quarter note is something that comes up all the time. So let me just give you a quick little tip on being able to interpret this thing correctly. The best thing you can do to start out working on this, if you've never done this before, is try to make the end of one over to count two a ternary, almost like a 7-stroke roll, then continue on from count two to count one in the next measure, binary. In other words, there you'll get the remaining strokes of the 15-stroke roll in count two. So it's going to be like almost starting with a triplet and finishing with 16th notes or 32nd notes to finish it out. Then basically to smooth this thing out, just sort of start splaying that triplet figure from the end of one to count two. Just elongate it out a little bit and try to make the entire thing a little bit smoother going from the end of one over to count two. If you want a really good video description of it, you can also go over to Vic Firth's website and you can see John Wooten giving a description of how to play this 15-stroke roll over a dotted quarter notes worth of value. Okay, now, part two of the things that I want to make you aware of is in this video, there is no dynamic marking. And so you're probably going, well, that's good for me, right? Well, yes and no. But something you need to be aware of is in traditional rudimental drumming, a lot of times you don't have dynamic markings. But since you're playing a solo, you should just interpret the entire thing at the forte dynamic level with your accents being double forte. So that's about it on this one, okay? Short and sweet like Green Dolphin Street, right? Dynamics, forte, accents, double forte. Watch that 15-stroke roll. Smooth it out the best that you can. Now, the way we're going to work on this and the way you're going to listen to the rest of this mini episode is I'm going to play the solo 2 times. The first time will show you the actual sheet music on the screen. And by the way, this is the perfect time for me to mention that there's going to be a link in the show notes to take you over to YouTube where you can see what I'm talking about as well. You can hear it on this show. You can see it on the YouTube link. So the first time I'm going to play it, you will actually see Smitty's Delight sheet music in front of you. Then the second time, you will actually see a video performance of me playing it on a practice pad. Okay? Now, that's it for this show. But the last thing I want to bring to your attention is this. You are an active part of Accountability Thursday. And with that in mind, we encourage you to post your own videos of you playing Smitty's Delight on your favorite method of social media, whether it be Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. Tag us. Tag the show, Drummers Weekly Groovecast. You can even post it on our Facebook page. That's great. That's fantastic. We'd love to see what you're doing, and we encourage as much active participation in this segment as possible. All right, that's it. Let's do some practicing, and here is Smitty's Delight. And here's the performance video found on YouTube.